War is timeless. War is inevitable. This is Pantheon mythology, and these are the gods who have shaped and governed the chaos of battle throughout history and across cultures. These are the gods of war from across mythology. Before we dive in, let's clarify. In this video, we'll explore not just the gods who command armies and wield weapons, but also those who embody the spirit of battle, strategy, and conquest. And if you're passionate about mythology, be sure to check out our clothing brand, Pantheon Apparel. Our designs draw inspiration from the legends and lore of the ages. With worldwide shipping and an excellent rating on Trustpilot, find the link in the description. Let's get started. Ares, the Greek god of war, is the embodiment of the brutal and chaotic aspects of battle. As the son of Zeus and Hera, Ares represents raw, untamed violence and fury, in contrast to his sister Athena, who symbolizes strategic warfare and wisdom. Known for his quick temper and aggression, Ares revels in the chaos and bloodshed of battle. His symbols, the spear, the helmet, dog, vulture, and boar, reflect his fierce nature. Despite his fearsome reputation, Ares had a passionate side, most famously seen in his affair with Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Their union produced Phobos, fear, and Deimos, terror, who personified the dread and panic of war and accompanied Ares into battle. Ares' role in the Trojan War underscores his nature as war god. Fighting for the Trojans, Ares clashed with the Greek hero Diomedes, who, with Athena's aid, managed to wound him, highlighting the conflict between Ares' chaotic fury and Athena's strategic brilliance. Ares' impulsive nature sometimes led to his downfall, as seen when the Aloade giants captured him and imprisoned him in a bronze jar until Hermes rescued him. Despite his tumultuous nature, Ares was revered in regions with strong martial tradition, such as Sparta and Thrace, where he was honored with sacrifices and rituals before battles. Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom and war strategy, presents a stark contrast to Ares. Born from the head of Zeus, she embodies the intellectual and strategic aspects of warfare, emphasizing planning, tactics, and discipline over brute force. Athena's symbols include the owl, representing wisdom, and the olive tree, symbolizing peace and prosperity. She is often depicted with a shield, helmet, and spear reflecting her warrior aspect. Unlike Ares, who thrives on chaos, Athena is associated with calculated and strategic elements of battle, ensuring victory through intelligence and careful planning. One of Athena's most significant roles in mythology was her involvement in the Trojan War. She supported the Greeks, aiding heroes like Odysseus with her wisdom and strategic counsel. Athena's guidance was crucial in devising the plan for the Trojan horse, which ultimately led to the fall of Troy. In addition to her martial prowess, Athena is revered as a protector of cities, most notably Athens, which is named after her. The Parthenon, a magnificent temple in Athens, stands as a testament to her importance and reverence in ancient Greek culture. Mars, the Roman god of war, is one of the most prominent deities in Roman mythology. Unlike his Greek counterpart Ares, Mars was not only associated with war, but also regarded as a guardian of Rome and a symbol of military power, valor, and protection. Mars's symbols include the spear and shield, which emphasize his role as a warrior. He's often depicted in full battle armor, reflecting his combative nature. Mars was considered a father of the Roman people, with Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome, being his sons. This connection reinforced his importance in Roman culture and identity. One of the most significant aspects of Mars is his association with agriculture and fertility in addition to war. This dual role highlights the Roman belief in the necessity of balance between destruction and creation. Festivals such as the March, named after Mars, and the October Horse were held in his honor, celebrating both his warlike and agricultural aspects. Bellona, the Roman goddess of war, is a lesser-known but significant figure in Roman mythology. As the female counterpart to Mars, Bellona represents the ferocity and destructive power of war. She's often depicted wearing a helmet and armor, carrying a sword, shield, or spear embodying the essence of battle. Bellona's origins are somewhat obscure, but she is believed to be an ancient Italic goddess adopted into the Roman Pantheon. Her temple in Rome, located in the Campus Martius, was a crucial site for matters of war and diplomacy. It was here that the Senate would meet to discuss foreign wars and receive returning generals. Bellona was invoked during times of war to inspire soldiers and ensure victory. Her presence on the battlefield was said to incite fear and chaos among enemies, demonstrating her role as a powerful and fearsome deity. Unlike Mars, who had broader associations, Bellona's focus was primarily on the raw, destructive nature of warfare. Odin, the chief god in Norse mythology, is a complex deity associated with war, wisdom, and death. As the All-Father, Odin rules over Asgard and is revered for his immense knowledge and power. He embodies the strategic and cunning aspects of warfare, often seeking victory through intelligence and magical means rather than brute force. Odin is depicted as a tall, old man with a long beard wearing a wide-brimmed hat and a cloak. He's often accompanied by his two ravens, Hugin, Thought, and Munin, Memory, who fly around the world and bring back information. His spear, Gungnir, is a symbol of his authority and martial prowess, always striking its target. One of Odin's most notable attributes is his quest for wisdom. He sacrificed one of his eyes at Mimir's well to gain profound knowledge and hung himself on Yggdrasil, the world tree, for 9 days and nights to learn the secrets of the runes. This pursuit of knowledge underscores his role as a god of wisdom as well as war. Odin presides over Valhalla, the Hall of the Slain, where he welcomes warriors who have died bravely in battle. These warriors, known as the Einherja, train for Ragnarok, the prophesied end of the world, where they will fight alongside Odin against the forces of chaos. Freja is a prominent goddess in Norse mythology, known for her associations with love, fertility, and war. As one of the Vanir, a group of deities associated with nature and fertility, Freja holds a central role in the Pantheon. She is often depicted as a beautiful and powerful figure embodying both sensuality and strength. Freja is particularly renowned for her role in war and battle. She is a goddess who receives half of the souls who die in battle, the other half going to Odin. This aspect of her character reflects her influence over the outcomes and conflicts, and her role as chooser of the slain. Freya's connection to war is intertwined with her ability to offer protection and guidance to warriors. In addition to her martial aspects, Freja is known for her magical abilities, including Seidr, a form of Norse sorcery. Her mastery of magic allows her to shape the fates of individuals and influence the course of events. Freya's magical powers and her role in love and fertility further highlight her multifaceted nature. Thor, the Norse god of thunder, is one of the most prominent deities in Norse mythology. As a warrior god, he is renowned for his immense strength and courage, embodying the brute force and power essential in battle. Thor is the protector of Asgard and Midgard, the realms of gods and humans respectively, often defending them from giants and other malevolent beings. Thor is easily recognizable by his hammer Mjolnir, a powerful weapon capable of leveling mountains and defeating his foes with thunderous might. He is typically depicted as a robust, red-bearded warrior, wearing a belt of strength, Megingjöld, and iron gloves, Jerngripre, which enhance his already formidable power. In addition to his role as thunder god, Thor's prowess in battle is central to many myths. He frequently engages in combat with giants, the traditional enemies of the gods. One of his most famous tales is his journey to the land of the giants, Jotunheim, where he proves his strength and bravery by facing numerous challenges and foes. Thor's popularity among Norse people was immense, as he represented the ideal warrior, strong, brave, and honorable. He was often invoked by warriors before battle for protection and victory. Thor's association with the elements of thunder and lightning also made him a natural symbol of raw, destructive power in warfare, underscoring his crucial role in the Pantheon as a formidable god of war. Tyr, the Norse god of war and justice, is a significant figure in Norse mythology known for his bravery and honor. Unlike other gods who are associated with strength and physical prowess, Tyr embodies the principles of law, justice, and heroic sacrifice in battle. Tyr is often depicted as a one-handed god, a symbol of his bravery and self-sacrifice. He lost his hand to the monstrous wolf Fenrir, demonstrating his courage and commitment to the safety of the gods. This act of sacrificing his hand to bind Fenrir showcases his role as a god who upholds order and justice, even at great personal cost. As god of war, Tyr was revered for his strategic mind and leadership in battle. He was often invoked by warriors seeking victory and justice in their conflicts. His association with justice made him not only a god of war but also a deity that ensured that battles were fought for righteous causes. Tyr's influence extended beyond the battlefield. He was a key figure in maintaining cosmic order and justice. His honorable and courageous nature made him a revered god among the Norse people, embodying the ideal qualities of a warrior who fights not only with strength but with a sense of justice and honor. Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess of war and destruction, is a powerful and fearsome deity in Egyptian mythology. Known as the Powerful One, Sekhmet embodies the fierce and destructive aspects of warfare, often depicted as a lioness or a woman with the head of a lioness, symbolizing her ferocity and strength. Sekhmet's role as a war goddess is closely linked to her ability to bring chaos and devastation to her enemies. She was believed to breathe fire and spread plagues, using her immense power to protect the pharaohs and punish those who opposed them. In times of war, Sekhmet was invoked to ensure victory and to strike fear into the hearts of enemies. Despite her destructive nature, Sekhmet also had a healing aspect. She was considered a goddess of medicine and was believed to have the power to cure diseases and heal wounds. This duality highlights her complex character, capable of both destruction and healing, reflecting the ancient Egyptians' understanding of the balance between chaos and order. Montu, the Egyptian god of war and the sun, is a significant figure in Egyptian mythology known for his strength and battle prowess. Often depicted as a man with the head of a falcon or bull, Montu embodies the aggressive and protective aspects of war, symbolizing the might and bravery needed to defend and conquer. Montu's association with war is closely linked to his role as a protector of the pharaoh and the nation. He was believed to inspire warriors with courage and strength, leading them to victory in battle. Montu's symbols include the falcon, representing his keen vision and swiftness in battle, and the bull, symbolizing his formidable power and resilience. In addition to his warlike attributes, Montu was also connected to the sun, emphasizing his role as a powerful force that could both nurture and destroy. His connection to the sun highlights the dual nature of his power, capable of providing life-giving energy while also wielding destructive heat. Montu was particularly revered in the Theban region, where he was honored with grand temples and festivals. The pharaohs often invoked Montu's favor before going to war, seeking his protection and strength. Kartikeya, also known as Skanda, is the Hindu god of war and victory. As the son of Shiva and Parvati, Kartikeya embodies the qualities of bravery, strength, and leadership. He is often depicted as a youthful and vigorous warrior, riding a peacock and wielding a divine spear called Veil. Kartikeya's birth is surrounded by fascinating myths. He was created to defeat the demon Tarakasura, who could only be killed by a son of Shiva. Raised by the 6 stars of the Pleiades, known in Hindu mythology as Kritikas, his name means son of the Kritikas. The Pleiades are a cluster of stars in the constellation of Taurus, and in Hindu mythology, the Kritikas are the 6 sisters who nurtured and cared for Kartikeya, symbolizing his celestial nature and divine origin. In Hindu iconography, Kartikeya is portrayed with 6 faces, representing his omniscience and ability to see in all directions. These faces also signify his association with the 6 primary chakras, highlighting his role as a deity who embodies both physical and spiritual prowess. His mount, the peacock, symbolizes beauty and victory, while his spear, Veil, represents his power to destroy evil. Durga, the Hindu goddess of war, strength and protection, is one of the most revered deities in Hindu mythology. Known for her fierce and invincible nature, Durga embodies the power to destroy evil and protect the universe from demonic forces. She is often depicted riding a lion or tiger, symbolizing her bravery and strength, and wielding various weapons in her multiple arms, each representing different aspects of her power. Durga's most famous mythological tale is a battle against the buffalo demon Mahishasura. According to legend, Mahishasura was granted a boon that he could not be defeated by any man or god, making him nearly invincible. In response, the gods combined their powers to create Durga, a formidable warrior goddess, to vanquish the demon. Durga fought Mahishasura for 9 days and nights, ultimately slaying him and restoring peace and order to the world. This victory is celebrated annually during the festival of Navaratri, culminating in the day of Vijaya Dashami, also known as Dussehra. Durga's iconography is rich with symbolism. Her multiple arms hold various weapons given to her by different gods, including a trident, sword, discus, and bow, signifying her collective power. Her vehicle, the lion or tiger, represents her mastery over raw power and fearlessness in combat. Her serene yet formidable expression highlights her role as both a nurturer and fierce protector. Indra, the king of the gods in Hindu mythology, is a prominent deity associated with war, thunderstorms, and rain. As the ruler of the heavens and the chief of the devas, gods, Indra embodies the qualities of courage, strength, and leadership. He is often depicted riding his white elephant, Iravutu, and wielding his powerful weapon, the Vajra, thunderbolt. Indra's role as a god of war is highlighted through numerous myths and stories. He is frequently portrayed as a mighty warrior who battles demons and protects both gods and humans from evil forces. One of his most famous feats is his victory over the demon Vritra, who blocked the rivers and caused drought. Using his thunderbolt, Indra defeated Vritra, releasing the waters and restoring fertility to the land. In addition to his warlike qualities, Indra is also associated with rain and thunderstorms, symbolizing his control over the natural elements. His ability to bring rain made him an essential deity for agricultural societies, and he was often invoked for good harvests and protection against drought. Indra's character is complex, as he is depicted with both heroic and human traits. While he is a fierce and powerful warrior, he also exhibits qualities such as jealousy and pride. The Morrigan is a powerful and complex figure in Celtic mythology, often associated with war, fate, and death. She is a goddess of battle, strife, and sovereignty, and her name is thought to mean Great Queen or Phantom Queen. Morrigan is often depicted as a shapeshifter, capable of transforming into various forms, including a crow or raven, which symbolizes her connection to war and death. Morrigan is part of the Tuatha De Danann, the supernatural race of gods and goddesses in Irish mythology. She is frequently associated with the battlefield, where she is believed to influence the outcome of conflicts and foretell the fates of warriors. Her presence is often an omen of imminent death or disaster, and she is known for her ability to inspire fear and chaos among her enemies. In mythology, Morrigan is also a prophetess, using her foresight to guide and manipulate the events of war. One of her most famous appearances is in the epic tale of the Tuan Bor Cuailnge, the cattle raid of Cooley, where she interacts with the hero, Cuchulainn, both aiding and opposing him at different points. Her role in this story highlights the dual nature as both protector and harbinger of doom. Morrigan is often described as a Troon goddess, representing different aspects of femininity and power. She is sometimes identified with other deities such as Badb and Marco, forming a trio of war goddesses. This trinity underscores her multifaceted nature and her significant role in Celtic mythology as a deity of war, sovereignty, and destiny. Badb is a prominent goddess of war and death in Celtic mythology, particularly within Irish tradition. She's often associated with the Morrigan and is considered one of the trio of war goddesses that includes Macha and Nevan. Badb is frequently depicted as a crow or raven, symbolizing her connection to death and the battlefield. As a harbinger of doom and chaos, Badb's presence on the battlefield is believed to incite fear and confusion among warriors. Her appearance, often in the form of a crow, is seen as an omen of death and destruction, signaling the impending demise of those who witness her. This ability to foretell and influence the outcome of battles underscores her role as a powerful and fearsome deity of war. Badb's influence extends beyond the battlefield, as she is associated with prophecy and fate. Her cries and wails are said to predict the outcome of conflicts and deaths of warriors. This aspect of her character connects her to the broader themes of destiny and the inevitable cycles of life and death in Celtic mythology. Neit is a god of war in Celtic mythology, particularly within Irish tradition. He is one of the lesser-known deities associated with conflict and battle. Neit is sometimes considered to be part of the Tuatha De Danann, the supernatural race of gods and heroes in Irish myth. Neit is primarily associated with warfare and the chaos of battle. Unlike other more complex deities, Neit's role is straightforward. He embodies the destructive and violent aspects of war. His presence was believed to incite courage and ferocity among warriors, driving them to fight with relentless energy. In mythological accounts, Neit is often mentioned in connection with other war deities and figures of conflict. He is sometimes identified as the husband of the war goddess Neven and Badb, further linking him to the themes of battle and strife. This association with powerful deities underscores his role within the pantheon of war gods. While there are fewer specific stories about Neit compared to other deities, his significance is evident in the respect and fear he commanded among ancient warriors. Huitzilopochtli is one of the most important gods in Aztec mythology, primarily associated with war, the sun, and human sacrifice. As the patron god of the Aztecs, he played a crucial role in their religious and cultural practices, embodying the fierce and relentless spirit of their warrior society. Huitzilopochtli's name means hummingbird of the south or hummingbird on the left, reflecting his association with the direction of the south and the battlefield. He's often depicted as a powerful warrior adorned with hummingbird feathers, wielding a serpent-shaped weapon called Mixcoatl, symbolizing his dominion over fire and the sun. According to Aztec mythology, Huitzilopochtli was born to the earth goddess Tezcatlipoca, who conceived him after a ball of feathers fell into her lap. His birth was marked by violence, as he had to defend himself and his mother from his siblings who sought to kill them. Emerging fully armed, Huitzilopochtli defeated his siblings, symbolizing his inherent strength and warrior nature. Mixcoatl, known as Cloud Serpent, is an important god in Aztec mythology, associated with war, hunting, and the Milky Way. His name reflects his connection to the sky and natural elements. Mixcoatl is often depicted as a fierce warrior, embodying the qualities of strength, strategy, and survival essential in both hunting and warfare. As a war god, Mixcoatl was venerated by warriors who sought his favor for success in battle. His association with hunting further underscores his connection to the skills and strategies required for warfare. The Aztecs believed that invoking Mixcoatl's power could bring them victory and protection on the battlefield. Mixcoatl is also linked to the Milky Way, which the Aztecs referred to as the Heavenly Road or Serpent of Fire. This celestial connection emphasizes his role as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, guiding warriors and hunters alike. His depiction often includes carrying a bow and arrows, symbolizing his dual roles as hunter and warrior. Tezcatlipoca is a major deity in Aztec mythology associated with war, sorcery, and the night sky. Known as the Smoking Mirror, Tezcatlipoca embodies a dual nature of creation and destruction. He's often depicted with obsidian mirrors, symbolizing his power to see into the hearts and minds of people and reflect their true nature. As a war god, Tezcatlipoca was invoked by warriors for strength, strategy, and protection. His presence on the battlefield inspired bravery and instilled fear in enemies. Tezcatlipoca's influence extended to rulers and nobility. He was considered a patron of kings and guardian of the state. His favor was sought in times of political and military strife to ensure victory and stability. Tezcatlipoca is also known for his rivalry with Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god. Their conflicts are central to many myths, highlighting the balance between creation and destruction, order and chaos. In one myth, Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl created the world together, But their cooperation eventually turned into rivalry, symbolizing the perpetual struggle between opposing forces. Illapa, also known as Apu-Iyapu, is the Incan god of war, rain, and thunder. As a powerful deity, Illapa is deeply connected with the elements of weather and warfare, embodying the strength and force needed to protect and sustain the Incan people. He's often depicted as a warrior wielding a club and a sling, symbolizing his martial prowess and control over the skies. Illapa's role as a war god is closely linked to his ability to bring rain and control thunderstorms, vital for the agricultural success and survival of the Incan Empire. The Incas believed that Illapa lived in the Milky Way and used the stars to collect water, which he then unleashed as rain through thunder and lightning. This connection to weather made him an essential deity for ensuring good harvests and the well-being of the empire. In Incan mythology, Illapa was revered not only for his control over the elements, but also for his protective qualities in battle. Warriors would invoke Illapa's name before going to war, seeking his favor and strength to achieve victory. His presence was believed to inspire courage and determination, essential traits for any successful warrior. Hachiman is a prominent deity in Japanese mythology, revered as the god of war, archery, and the divine protector of Japan. Often referred to as the god of 8 banners, Hachiman embodies the qualities of martial prowess, strategy, and protection. He is considered a syncretic deity, blending aspects of Shinto and Buddhism. He is often depicted as a warrior in full armor. Hachiman's origins trace back to Emperor Odin, who was deified after his death and became associated with the protective and martial aspects of the god. As a protector of the warriors and samurai, Hachiman was highly venerated by military clans, particularly the Minamoto clan, who credited him with their successes in battle. His influences extended to various aspects of Japanese culture, symbolizing the ideals of honor, courage, and loyalty. Hachiman's significance is not limited to warfare. He is also regarded as a guardian of agriculture and the well-being of the people. This dual role as a protector of both the nation and its farmers underscores his importance in Japanese society. Festivals and celebrations in his honor, such as the Hachiman Matsuri, reflect the deep respect and reverence held for this versatile and powerful deity. Bishamonten is a revered figure in Japanese mythology, known as the god of war, warriors, and defense. He's one of the 7 lucky gods and serves as guardian of the Buddhist faith. Bishamonten is often depicted wearing armor, holding a spear in one hand and a pagoda in the other, symbolizing his role as a protector and dispenser of divine treasures. Bishamonten originates from Hindu and Buddhist traditions, where he is known as Vaishravana, the chief of the 4 heavenly kings. As a god of war, Bishamonten embodies qualities of strength, courage, and righteousness. He's believed to protect the righteous and vanquish evil forces, ensuring peace. In Japanese culture, Bishamonten is highly respected by warriors and samurai who seek his favor and protection in battle. His temples and shrines are often located at strategic and fortified places, symbolizing his role as a guardian against external threats. The pagoda he carries represents his role as a protector of Buddhist teachings, and he's often depicted standing on demons, signifying his victory over evil. Futsunushi is a significant deity in Japanese mythology, known as a god of war and swords. He's often associated with martial arts and the protection of warriors. Futsunushi is revered as a powerful kami who possesses great skill and strength in battle, embodying the qualities of courage and mastery in the use of weapons. Futsunushi is closely linked with the legendary sword Futsuno Mitama, who is believed to possess divine power and was used to conquer evil forces. This connection underscores his role as protector and warrior, symbolizing the spiritual power that can be harnessed through martial skill and the use of sacred weapons. The sword itself represents the god's ability to vanquish enemies and protect the land. Guan Yu, also known as Guangong or Guandi, is one of the most revered figures in Chinese mythology and history, often worshipped as the god of war, loyalty, and righteousness. He was a historical figure during the late Eastern Han Dynasty and Three Kingdoms period, renowned for his combat prowess, honor, and unwavering loyalty. Over time, Guan Yu was deified and became a prominent deity in Chinese folk religion, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. Guan Yu is typically depicted as a tall, red-faced warrior with a long, lush beard wielding his iconic weapon, the green dragon crescent blade. This powerful weapon symbolizes his formidable skill in combat. He's often shown riding a horse named Red Hare, further emphasizing his role as a fierce and capable warrior. Guan Yu's legacy as a god of war is deeply intertwined with his virtues of loyalty and righteousness. He's celebrated for his loyalty to his sworn brothers, Liu Bei and Zhang Fei, and his dedication to the Shu Han state during the tumultuous Three Kingdoms era. His stories of bravery, honor, and faithfulness have made him a model of virtuous behavior for centuries. Perun, the powerful Slavic god of war and thunder, embodies the qualities of strength, courage, and authority and is often depicted wielding a mighty axe or hammer. Perun's influence extends across the Slavic world, where he is seen as the protector of warriors and the guardian of order and justice. He is commonly portrayed as a robust, bearded man with a weapon in hand, symbolizing his readiness to defend his role as a bringer of justice. His association with thunder and lightning further emphasizes his power and the awe he inspires. In Slavic mythology, Perun is often depicted in conflict with his adversary, Veles, the god of the underworld and chaos. This eternal battle between Perun and Veles represents the struggle between order and chaos, light and darkness. Perun's victory over Veles is celebrated as a triumph of good over evil, reinforcing his role as a protector and warrior. Svetovid, also known as Svetovid, is a god in Slavic mythology associated with war, fertility, abundance, and divination. He's often depicted with 4 heads, each facing a different cardinal direction, symbolizing his omniscience and ability to see all aspects of the world. Svetovid is also associated with the horse and the sword, further emphasizing his martial attributes and his role as a protector. As a god of war, Svetovid was invoked for protection and victory in battles. Warriors sought his favor, believing that his divine insight and power would guide them into triumph. His association with the horse, an important symbol of warfare and notability, further underscored his role as a warrior god. Svetovid's white horse was considered sacred, and its movements were interpreted as omens by priests during divination rituals. In addition to his martial aspects, Svetovid was also seen as a god of fertility and abundance. He was believed to ensure bountiful harvests and prosperity for his people, balancing his warrior attributes with those of a nurturer and provider. This dual role made him a vital figure in Slavic culture, embodying both the protective and life-giving aspects of divinity. Shango is a powerful deity in Yoruba mythology, known as the god of thunder, lightning, and war. He is a prominent figure in the Pantheon of Orishas and is revered for his strength, courage, and fiery temper. Shango is often depicted wielding a double-headed axe, which symbolizes his control over thunder and lightning. He's often shown riding a horse, reflecting his role as a warrior. Shango's origins are rooted in the historical figure of a legendary king who ruled the Oyo Empire. After his death, he was deified and became associated with thunder and lightning, embodying the qualities of power and authority. His stories often highlight his exploits in battle, his command over the elements, and his ability to bring both destruction and protection. As a god of war, Shango is invoked by warriors seeking his favor and strength in combat. His ability to summon lightning and thunder made him a formidable force on the battlefield, striking fear into the hearts of his enemies. Shango's association with a double-headed axe further emphasizes his role as a fierce and decisive warrior. Oya is a powerful deity in Yoruba mythology, revered as the goddess of winds, storms, and transformation. As one of the Orishas, Oya is associated both with destructive and regenerative aspects of nature. She is often depicted with fierce and dynamic imagery, embodying the raw force of storms and the transformative power of change. Oya is closely linked to the Niger River and is sometimes portrayed wielding a sword or a machete, symbolizing her authority over the forces of nature and her role as a warrior goddess. Her presence is often associated with powerful winds and storms, which are seen as manifestations of her dynamic and unpredictable nature. In her role as a goddess of war and storms, Oya is invoked for her strength and her ability to bring about change and upheaval. She is considered a fierce protector and guardian of justice, often fighting against injustices and helping clear obstacles for her followers. Her transformative power is also reflected in her ability to bring about significant personal and societal change. Ku is a revered deity in Polynesian mythology, particularly within the Hawaiian and Tahitian pantheons. Known as a god of war, fertility, and agriculture, Ku holds significant importance for the spiritual and cultural practices of Polynesian societies. In Hawaiian mythology, Ku is one of the four major gods of the Pantheon and is associated with the aspects of war and procreation. He is often depicted as a warrior with a strong and imposing presence, wielding a spear or club. Ku's role as a war god includes his involvement in conflicts and his ability to provide strength and protection in battle. Ku is also closely linked to agriculture and fertility. In this capacity, he is considered a provider of sustenance and abundance, ensuring successful crops and the prosperity of the land. This dual role, as both war deity and a fertility god, underscore his significance in sustaining both the people and the land. Inanna, known as Ishtar in Akkadian mythology, is a central deity in ancient Mesopotamian religion. Revered as a goddess of love, beauty, fertility, and war, they embody a complex duality that reflects both nurturing and destructive aspects. As one of the most influential deities in the Mesopotamian pantheon, they played a crucial role in various myths and rituals across the Sumerian, Akkadian, and Babylonian cultures. In their warrior aspect, they are depicted as a powerful and assertive figure. They are celebrated for their leadership in battle and their ability to secure victories, demonstrating immense strength and strategic skill. Their connection to the planet Venus symbolizes their influence over both peace and conflict, highlighting their dynamic role in the cosmic order. One of the most famous myths associated with them is their descent into the underworld. This myth, which tells of their journey to confront the goddess Ereshkigal, illustrates their resilience and determination. The story underscores the themes of transformation, rebirth, and the cyclical nature of life and death, reflecting their profound impact on the spiritual and earthly realms. Nergal is a significant deity in Mesopotamian mythology associated with war, death, and the underworld. As a major figure in the Babylonian and Assyrian pantheons, Nergal embodies both destructive and protective qualities. He's known for his formidable presence and his role in balancing cosmic forces. As a god of war, Nergal is depicted as a powerful entity linked with destruction and pestilence. He has considerable influence over life and death, playing a crucial role in both conflict and restoration. His involvement in war is marked by his ability to both create and resolve chaos. Nergal also presides over the underworld, where he governs the dead and serves as a judge of souls. This aspect highlights his role in the afterlife, where he guides and protects souls in their journey beyond death. Tohil is a deity in Quiche Maya mythology, associated with fire, war, and creation. He embodies both the destructive and transformative aspects of fire, which plays a crucial role in his divine nature. Tohil is known for his fierce and formidable presence in warfare, using the power of fire as a symbol of both destruction and purification. His role extends beyond battle, encompassing the creative and transformative aspects of fire which are central to his influence. A notable myth involving Tohil describes his role in the creation of the world and his impact on the Quiche people. He is depicted as a powerful deity who uses fire to effect significant changes and shape the world around him. As we've explored the gods of war across different mythologies, we've uncovered a diverse array of divine figures who embody the essence of conflict, strategy, and valor. From ancient battlefields to mythic tales, these deities have influenced the course of history and legend with their unique powers and attributes. Although we couldn't cover every war god from every culture, and I truly am sorry about that, This journey has highlighted how different civilizations have personified the tumult of battle. These gods are more than just symbols of warfare. They are reflections of the values, honor, and chaos that define their culture's approach to conflict. Each one offers a distinct lens through which we can understand the ancient and timeless nature of war.